welcome to my channel. I'm Katie. Today I'm going to do my September TBR. I know I'm a couple days late. I'm really sorry, guys. Before I get into books, I should give a little life update. I made the decision recently that it was time to potty train my son Fox, and it's been a crazy few days. But yeah, potty training is hard and it takes it out of me, and I finally sat down to film yesterday. Got all the footage uploaded onto my computer, started editing, and realized that everything was out of focus, which was it was so frustrating. It was like the cherry on top of what has already been a time-consuming and frustrating few days. The reason that we decided to potty train Fox now is that I'm 20 weeks pregnant. I am having a baby in January. It will be our second, obviously, and so I've just been trying to think of ways to make my life easier once the baby comes, and potty training is one of those ways. So I've been pretty anxious about it, but I'm really glad that we're doing it, and hopefully it'll stick. I don't know. You guys, I feel so out of my depth. This parenting thing is hard. So anyway, let's talk about something happy, and one of the things that makes me happy is thinking about the books that I'm going to read for the next month. First, I want to mention A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I'm hosting a read-along of this month. It is not too late to join, so please come join the Goodreads group. Talk to me in the comments of my videos. I'm planning on maybe doing a couple discussion videos. I haven't decided about that yet. Maybe one halfway through and then one again at the end of the book. I've already started it. I've read through part 1, but just because I've read part 1 doesn't mean that you can't join in anytime over the course of the month. I am going to be checking up on the Goodreads group and participating and responding and asking questions of my own. So please join us. Just as a reminder, I've talked about this book before, but I figure I might as well give another little synopsis to wet your whistle. Can't believe I just said wet your whistle, but I did because I'm a grandma. So this is a book about a girl named Francie Nolan who lives in Brooklyn, New York at the turn of the 20th century. It's a very gentle story, it's very poignant, it's very heartbreaking. The story is so beautiful and the character of Francie is so beautiful. I'm really loving this reread so far, and I want to introduce it to as many people as possible, so please join the read-along this month if you feel so inclined. This month I also plan to finish The Raven Cycle. This is the 4th and final book in the quartet, and it's The Raven King. So I'm looking forward to finishing this up for a variety of reasons. One, I feel like I've been reading the series forever and I just want to get caught up. Not that I'm not enjoying it, I am. This isn't my favorite series ever, but I really do like it and I love the characters. I'm very anxious to... You are a silly cat. I'm very anxious to find out whether Gansey finds his Welsh king and, you know, all of the unanswered questions that we have in this series so far. I'm giving you a little sneak peek into a book haul because I haven't done a book haul yet for the end of the summer. But one of the books that I got and that I plan on reading this month is a book called I See You by Claire McIntosh. A group of BookTube friends and I, let's see if I can remember everyone off the top of my head, Jess McGlynn, Molly from Molly Reads, Julie from A Girl in a Book, and Jordan from J Bookish. We wanted to do a buddy read this month, and Jess suggested I See You as the book. It's a thriller about a woman who finds her picture in the classified section of her newspaper, and she doesn't know why. Her family tells her it's not a big deal, but then odd things keep happening. I've been so in the mood for thrillers, so I'm really excited to keep going with my thriller mystery appetite these days. Another book that I'm very excited to pick up this month. I've had this on my TBR shelf forever. It's a book called The Rules of Civility by Immortals. This is a historical fiction novel that takes place in New York City. I've heard it described as very glittering. I've heard the best things about Immortals, and so yeah, did I say 1920s? Because it's not 1920s, it's 1930s New York, about a woman who somehow finds herself in the upper echelons of New York society, and it follows her throughout the course of a year. I don't really know much more than that, and the reason that I finally decided to pick it up this month, the Book of the Month Club book box for the month of September has Immortals sophomore novel, The Man from Moscow, or A Gentleman in Moscow, something like that. Something with the word Moscow in it. It's another historical fiction novel, and it's getting a lot of buzz in the book world. And I wanted to read his first book, his debut novel, before I picked up the second. At the end of the month, I really want to pick up the book Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This is a science fiction novel, although it's very genre-bending, so I've been told it's like a science fiction thriller. It's kind of an alternate reality book. So the premise is that this man wakes up from having been knocked unconscious and finds that nothing in his life is as he remembers it. So his wife is no longer his wife, etc., etc. And the whole book is about him trying to, figure out what's going on and get back the life that he knows and loves. I am hoping that I will be able to read this with Stephanie from That's What She Read, because she just got this book off of NetGalley. Finally, because I filmed this yesterday, I already pulled a book from my TBR jar. This is my TBR jar. I love it so much. It says rainbows on it, and I stole it from my mom, except I didn't really steal it because she gave it to me out of the goodness of her heart because she knows how much I love it. I just think it's so whimsical. Anyway, I've talked about this jar before. I'm gonna move on. So the book that I pulled from the jar was A Fatal Grace by Louise Penny. This is the second book in the Armand Gamache mystery series, and I was so excited that I pulled this book out because ever since I read Still Life, I think I read it in July, I've been dying to pick up the next book in the series, and I just happened to pull that book from the jar, and I can't wait to read this. So those are all the books that I plan to read in the month of September. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thanks for putting up with me. I know I just announced that I'm pregnant now, but I've been pregnant for 20 weeks. So that, in retroactive explanation, is why I've been so tired and maybe a little inconsistent with my videos. Being pregnant the second time around is so different from being pregnant the first time around when it comes to having a kid already and your exhaustion level and just feeling sick and still having to do life. So anyway, thanks so much for putting up with me, and I will be back later this week. Hopefully. I'm going to film the next video here in just a little bit if I can. My August wrap up, and then a book haul sometime soon. Oh, Fox, don't shake the camera. Do you want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Are you potty training?
Potty training.
Yeah, like a big boy.
Oh, my back.
All right, folks, I'll talk to you later. It's September, so go out and enjoy this beautiful change of the seasons. I love the change of the seasons, this like sweet spot. And whenever this time of year comes around, I always want to listen to James Taylor. My music taste is very seasonal, and James Taylor is autumn music. And September Grass is one of my favorite songs because it just feels so perfect for this time of year. So anyway, yeah, welcome to September. Welcome to my crazy life. Again, my life is always crazy, and you guys get a little taste of that. Let's talk in the comments. What do you plan to read? Have you read anything? Have you read any of these books that I've talked about? Just whatever is on your mind. Tell me a little bit about your life. I don't know. I enjoy talking with you guys so much, and anyway, I'll talk to you later. This is a mess. All right, bye. I guess this is ridiculous. I guess we'll find out. I guess I'll find out soon, and I'll let you guys know what my impressions are of the whole series at the end of the month. For Pete's sake, this cat. There's another grammar expression. I'm full of them. I'm full of the grammar expressions.